Hi, this is Chris Lavin from Xtreme Polishing Systems, and we are very blessed today to have with us Mr. Jeffrey Stanish from the company SIMIX out of Wisconsin. And it's been exactly 25 months, 10 days, and about 7 hours since the last time that you and I have sat down and put together something on video. So I guess looking out at everybody in YouTube world out there, what do you have to tell them, like what has happened with your life and what has happened with your product?
Wow is inappropriate.
Okay, it's inappropriate, I like that.
The unique thing is that from the day we did that, the phone started to ring. Before the end of the calendar year in 14, okay, I get a call from Australia. Large grocery store chain, very large, over 780 some stores. And they're looking for a sustainable, eco-friendly coating that never has to be stripped again. Okay?
Nice.
And so he talks to me on the telephone. He says, I'm coming to America, I'll meet you. I said, okay, meet me at Johns Hopkins Hospital in Baltimore. I said, you could see the product on the floor. You could see the mezzanine is all done with it. I won't be able to take you into the operating rooms, but they've already got us in the operating rooms. And I said, you can see what it looks like. So he said, okay, I'm coming. So we meet in February there in 15, and we talk, and he looks at me and he says, if this really works. And I said, well, this has been down here for a year, and this has been down here for 18 months. I would say it's working.
Right.
And so what he did is he went back home. We shipped him some product. He did a few floors, had some issues. We had to work out how to properly clean and coat the floor. And that was the key that prevented us from really moving forward, was how do you do surface prep? Everybody who does acrylic floor finish understands one simple thing. You put it down, if nobody walks on it, it really looks good. And it stays looking good as long as nobody walks on it. But as soon as you get traffic, you get embedment of dirt and debris. And as you clean it with pH neutral cleaners, you leave some residue, and the next thing you know, the floor went from this beautiful shine to a street grime shine, and now it looks cruddy, so I've got to strip it off and redo it. But with us, you never strip again.
Never strip.
Never strip.
Yeah.
Once you do your last strip, that's it. All you're going to do from that day forward is clean and top coat.
Right, but that last strip is very important, though.
As we critically know,
yes,
from experience, it's everything. Failure to thoroughly remove. And so the challenge was, for them as well as for us, from July of 15 through December, I couldn't figure out how to really make it work. And then all of a sudden one day, I got to treat it like polished concrete. What do you do in polished concrete? Well, you remove everything. You cut it back. So we took VCT tile, we took a 220 grit diamond pad, and we worked the floor until we saw residue. Not only we got rid of all of the old floor finish, but we saw a little bit of the vinyl come off. Why? Because every time you strip a floor, that high pH of the stripping affects the VCT, vinyl C composition. So you've got calcium carbonate combined with the vinyl. Now today they got luxury LVT, luxury vinyl, which has no additives, it's just vinyl. But 98% of what's out in the field is the composition. And so what happens is, as you strip, you damage the top of that, okay? So we took it off with the 220. Then we rinsed with the 220, okay? And we took the residue off, put down 2 coats of our product. You can go up to 4, 2 parts water, 1 part. Remember, it comes as a concentrate. 1 gallon is enough to make 5, which is enough to cover 30,000 square feet. When I first met you 2.5 years ago, we were lucky to get 15,000 square feet out of that. Today, we now know we can get 30 on the first 10 coats, and then after that, it goes to at least 40,000. So it's very, very affordable. Okay?
Right. Pennies. Pennies.
Oh, you figure about 0.6 cents per square foot per coat.
Okay.
And that's and then in huge volume, of course, it would come down somewhat. But regardless, it's still 40% less than acrylic floor finish,
Right.
which you have to strip.
Right.
You never strip again.
And you got to pay for that.
Oh yeah, and if you want to have a high shine, you have to, like in a grocery store, you have to daily burnish with a propane burnishing machine.
Right.
We eliminate that. Don't
Yeah.
need to do that.
No more burnishing.
Well, no more daily burnishing.
Right. Okay.
So depends on what you want to do. So if you want a gloss reading in 70 to 80, you don't have to. You want a gloss reading upper 80s to lower 90s, then you burnish 1 to 2 times a week. Never need more.
That's it. Okay.
Okay, so it's that simple. So what's happened is we went down that adventure, learned how to strip right, learned how to properly prepare the floor, and then took all of that, added down 2 coats, burnished it right now. Floor looks good. Put down the next 6 to 8 coats, walk away. Now, if a grocery store normally put down 20, as an example out there in Australia, the back aisles coming out into the store, they would strip and recoat every 3 weeks because it would take off 4 coats of finish. They're so busy. I've never seen anything like it. I was in one store that had a traffic count of 37,400 people every week. That's like a city walking through
a lot
there.
of people.
Now, the average ticket was less than $40. That means that people buy for 1 or 2 days max, on the
Sure.
grocery. But still, the sheer numbers of people coming in, pushing a trolley, as they call them, in an aisle that is only 2 meters wide or 6 foot 6 inches, right? And the back aisle, which in America we are used to 12, 15 feet wide, or the fruits and vegetables, we got all these wide aisles. Not in Australia. They are like 6 foot 6. That's it. So you got all that tight traffic. So what happens is they really wear the finish off. They're trying to get their most volume out of this least on a square foot. So at least with us now, they have been able to maintain the floor finish. Now, where they were putting down 51 coats a year, okay, they're now putting down about 30. But if you look at us, because you never have to strip, so all you do is clean and top coat, clean and top coat. And you can lay down twice as many square foot per person per hour with our product than with acrylic, and you don't have to maintain a wet line. All you do is just mop it down. That's simple.
So very user-friendly.
Extremely user-friendly today.
That's nice. I know people out there.
And if you wouldn't have done the original interview,
Right.
you'd have never found us.
Right.
Thank you.
That's the power of the internet.
Oh, I couldn't believe it.
So I know that no matter, I have people from Algeria, Nigeria, Europe, all over the world.
Oh, absolutely.
They reach out to us. You can hit me on Facebook under Christopher Lavin. You can hit Jeff on his website at SIMIX.
Jeff at SIMIXUSA.com.
Right. So anytime you have questions, you're sitting there second guessing whether you're doing something right, pick up the phone, call us, send us an email. We're we communicate with people. We answer our phones, which is nice.
The beautiful thing about the product is you can put it anywhere. You can put it on terrazzo, epoxy terrazzo. You can put it on a urethane floors, providing it's still in good shape, okay?
Right.
And what you're going to do is extend the life of the urethane, but on the epoxy layer, all you're going to do from that day forward is maintain the coating. You are not touching the floor ever again.
Right, so a big thing in the epoxy world is a lot of these metallic floors are out there right now. And, and I get just literally millions of hits on the metallic epoxy videos that we do. And the glitter floor.
Oh, awesome.
We love it. We do some amazing glitter floors. We just did one at the juice shop over the weekend, and it's a natural protection for the floor.
Right.
Because people don't want to use the urethanes because the urethane will dull the metallic look.
Yep.
It'll give you orange peeling.
In time. Yep.
It doesn't give you the good look. And the nice part about your product is you put it down with multiple coats, and you keep that real high gloss look, which is what people want in a metallic floor.
The other thing is that we bring the only coating that when you put it down will improve the coefficient of drag when it's wet. Okay?
Right.
And so it's going to help you in the area of lessening a slip and fall incident. Nobody can prevent it from completely happening.
Right.
We can't prevent somebody from being clumsy, but at least they're going to have bite on the floor when they walk in this way.
Right.
Okay?
And that's extremely important, especially on a lot of the coatings that are already out there.
The issue today...
And tile. You can put this up right on tile.
You can put it on any ceramic tile, all the way from your high glazed tile down to your matte finishes. It will reflect what's on the floor. So if it's a high glaze, you're going to get a high shine. If it's matte, you're going to get a soft finish to it.
Right.
It's just all about sustainability,
Right.
eco-friendly, nothing going to the waste stream. All you're doing is cleaning and top coating.
Right. Which is nice.
Save you time and money.
So maybe to go back to the polished concrete industry that we're so much affiliated with, your product is not only a sealer, but it's also
it's a densifier.
It's a densifier too. So that's kind of like a lot of people, like Walmart may have specified where you have to just burnish a densifier, and they're only burnishing the densifier as their floor finish. Right. So maybe you can elaborate on how the product works as a densifier and as a sealer combined.
When you open the floor, and what we recommend you do is you take the concentrate. It says cut it 4:1, but in that instance, for densifying, you cut it 2:1. You spray and mop it in to saturation. Okay, so maybe you're only going to get 400 or 500 square feet if it's a real porous floor. But once you get that, they put down one coat, and you're going to see it's going to dry unevenly, but the second coat should dry evenly. Once you see that, you can either wait till the next day and continue, or just give it 20, 30 minutes and go to your next step. So if you densify after the 100 or 200, okay, then you go right on to the next step.
Right.
At that point, okay, you'll find that you're going to get a shine that's really scary by the time you get to 800.
Right.
That's when we recommend you have a choice. You can either continue on or apply more coats, but at a point, remember this, now that you've got it smooth, okay, you now put down coating. 4, 6, 8 coats, and then you can burnish it with a high-speed burnisher with an 1800 diamond or a buff pad at that point. So depending upon if you stop at 800 or 1500 or 3000. If it's 3000, then you apply the product and buff. Do not put a guard coat down. Do not put a guard coat down.
Right.
You do need it.
You don't, correct.
You don't need it.
And the nice part about this product is where many of the other guard products or acrylic products where they actually will walk off the floor.
You
go onto your floor after it's been done 2 or 3 weeks later when everybody else's floor is gone. Yours is now shinier than it was.
Shinier. We grow crystals.
Yeah,
we legitimately grow crystals.
Right. That's so huge. So huge. People don't understand that because they're not used to that type of technology.
They've never seen that.
Yeah.
Nobody else has it, but we made it work.
Yeah. So the densifier and the sealers, if you're doing polished concrete floors, if you're having a particular, mechanics bays.
Oh yeah.
Are huge.
Huge.
Anywhere where there's acidity.
Yeah, that's it. Because if you do get a burn like on it from acid, all you have to do is spot mop some product in. You don't have to bring in your big grinder and go from saw cut line to saw cut line, get it down and then bring it back up. You can focus on just that item, just mop in some product. As a rule, 7 minimum, 14 max, totally gone. Heals all over.
Right, so it's a self-healing product.
It's a self-healing product. I have literally seen in a restaurant west of Chicago a mark on the floor. 3 months later, I came back to show somebody the floor, and I said to the guy, "Where's the damage?" He said, "It disappeared." Self-healed without putting any product on after 3 months.
Nice.
So it works. It's your friend. Let chemistry work for you. Contains nanoparticles of titanium dioxide. Photocatalyst. Reacts with the source of UV light. Hits the floor. Helps to create an extra molecule of oxygen. Helps to break down odors.
Let's talk about that. How it breaks down odors.
Yeah.
Bacteria obviously is a huge problem in school systems, prison systems.
Huge.
Anywhere where there's bathrooms, locker rooms. The smell's really bad.
It's awful. But what you go into any bathroom and you start off with our cleaner mopping the floor, and I've taken the dirtiest grout lines, just cleaning daily with our powder in the water. Just mop. Don't get excited. When you mop down, let it dwell, and then pick it up, squeeze it out, you're going to see the filthiest water. The next day, it's still filthy. Within 3 to 5 days, all of a sudden, you're seeing grout lines appear clean. But if you do that, you'll get your grout clean. Then you seal it, okay?
Right.
And you at first are going to get rid of all urine odors. They'll disappear. You put the coating on, then you no longer get that.
Right.
Because it breaks down the bacteria that's found in the urine. That's the only reason it smells, is there's bacteria. And so it breaks that down by this photocatalytic effect. And visualize two particles. Light source. The light comes down and hits this one. It bounces to this one, and it goes back and forth incredibly fast. And in 10 to 60 seconds, depending upon the level of the relative humidity, it will add an extra molecule to the water vapor. So it goes from H2O into H2O2, a radical form of hydrogen peroxide. So instantly when that's made, it wants to dissipate. So it needs something organic. So if it touches any microbial or pathogen on the floor, bingo, it self-destructs. Visualize Pac-Man that disappears and took off a chunk. Then it creates a new Pac-Man that makes one bite and it takes off a chunk. So before you end up with a microbial here and the shrink shrinks and it's gone.
Nice.
So that's how it's working. It's so simple but yet complex.
Right.
Okay? I mean, and it's research. Today, the EPA has given a special designation to titanium dioxide as an environmentally biofriendly biocide. Potassium silicate has got a separate designation as an environmentally biofriendly pesticide. So they actually use that without our cross-linking system in the wine industry to spray the ground to make the roots stronger. Okay?
Right.
So they can do more mechanical picking.
So it's an earth-friendly product.
Very earth-friendly product.
Right. That's nice.
Yeah. It's just, and I can't even stop thanking you for giving me that interview opportunity 2 years and, 25 months.
Yeah.
7 hours.
10 days. 10 days.
Oh, 10 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
10 days,
And now
7
we're up to
hours.
and we're close to 8 hours now. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's all good.
Anyways, yeah, so a lot of people.
One last thing.
Yes.
Back to polished concrete. If you ever walk into Home Depot, you notice that the floors are nice and shiny. 3 months later, they're dull.
Yes.
Okay, that's because they're putting down silicate without our cross linkers. So every day they auto scrub, they're making it go resoluble and it comes off. That's what lithium does.
Right.
Okay.
So it's water soluble.
Yeah, it is. We with our cross linking system go back to it instantly. Once you see it dry, it's insoluble. It will never go back to a soluble state.
Never.
No. So you're going to only create a wear pattern, but all you have to do is clean and top coat
And reapply.
and just reapply the product.
Nice. That's big because a lot of these places like Home Depot, the big box retail chains, they have these people come in every 3 to 4 months. They re-densify the floor and make it look really good, and it looks great the first day, couple days, and then a week later you're walking in and like, wow, it doesn't even look like the same floor.
It's on its way down.
So they're really wasting their money.
Truthfully,
You know, if the people at Home
Yeah.
Depot, if you are out there, if you are in charge of a facility manager, you know,
Yeah.
we put this product down in airports.
Yes.
We put it down on top of epoxy. We put it on top of epoxy terrazzo.
Correct.
We put it on top of concrete terrazzo down in Miami.
Absolutely.
And a lot of the older South Beach type hotels that we have down there. And the product is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And listen, the only reason why I let Jeff come back in here time and time is because he's got a great product. It's one that I tout heavily. And it's until you try it, you can call us for a free sample. If you have a project in mind for this, we'll tell you how to install it.
Easy. We have training videos on the site that walk you through on each of the steps. We show you how to strip properly and really get it down, walk you through it. Very simple. Mixing the product, applying the product, burnishing the product. It's all there.
Nice.
Easy.
Anything else you want to add?
Oh, listen. Give us an opportunity. What we've done is we've now spent this period of time, and so we've just finished all of our training videos. They're now on our website. Chris has known me for 4 years.
Yes.
I proved
4
it.
long years.
Actually, yeah, they're very long.
Not just 4 great.
No,
great
they're all
years.
good.
Yes.
They're all good. But we've come a long way, haven't we?
Yeah, really, really a long way.
I mean, it went from no shine to wow, you got something there.
People understand it now.
Yeah.
People have now
Yeah.
got a grasp of it.
Yeah.
They trust me. They trust you.
Yes.
They trust themselves.
Yes.
I think the biggest thing was they didn't trust themselves
Ooh.
in being able to figure out how to make it happen.
Yeah. It's not hard.
Yeah.
And you ought not to make it hard.
Yeah. Don't keep it simple, stupid.
Keep it simple. Yeah. If you're a contractor, This will lower your cost of maintaining a floor. If you're the building owner, this will help you to save time and money and improve your overall appearance.
And the coefficient of friction.
Oh, that's huge.
You know, less lawsuits. Anybody out there that gets sued on a regular basis, and I heard like Walmart gets sued 9 times a day for coefficient of friction deals. So if you are having a troubled spot in a building, you have a slippery problem, this product will solve it.
It'll solve it. It'll lower it. Absolutely, it doesn't eliminate. We can't eliminate. We don't say that we do that, but just because.
But it adds friction.
Oh, it does. Yeah,
it adds friction.
It does. Measurable.
Anyway, it's always great to have you here, Jeff.
Always to have this opportunity.
You know, it's always a pleasure to have Ryan behind the camera too.
Yeah, it is.
He's moving to Austin.
Oh.
So he's going to be there.
How's he going to interview us in another 25 months?
He will. He'll come back for that.
Okay.
Right, Ryan? Awesome.
All right.
All right, well, listen. 800-659-5843 if you want to reach me directly in my office. Call my phone below, okay? Facebook us. Just call. Call.
Yeah.
Listen, everybody out there have a great day. Jeff, always a pleasure.
Oh, it's a delight. Thank you.
Thanks.